Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to our show. So glad that you can make it today. I am so happy to be back. I'm so happy. Can you guys hear me? I just want to check that you can hear me. If you're in the comment section and you can hear, can you please say hi so that I know I'm not talking to myself? Can you say hi in the comment section, please? If you can hear me, just say hi in the comment section. Please say hi in the comment section if you are here and you can hear me. I see we got 20 people here, but I can't see anyone in the comment section yet. Hi. Yeah, I don't want to talk to myself because trust me, it's happened before. Have you guys missed me as much as I've missed you? I'm very needy, so you need to tell me, guys, that you missed me as much as I've missed you guys. Alakunle, you're welcome. I know you're welcome. Who has missed me? I've missed you all so much. Abby, I'm very needy. You guys should tell me that you missed me. That's what I want to hear. I miss you guys. Oh, 1 week seems like forever. Hi. How are you people, my lovely Obodo fam? I'm so glad to be back. It was a much needed rest. Uh, it was good for my well being, but I'm so happy to be back. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Yes, we are back like we never left. So, yeah, I've got a guest tonight. I'm bringing her on in a minute, but before I do so, just some basic housekeeping. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as you come into the studio. Uh, and click on that notification bell so you get notification whenever we drop a video up or come on the live shows. Live shows are back. We are back for good now, again, by the grace of God. So make sure you subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. Some people keep saying, I've been watching, but I never subscribe. Those kind of comments, I don't like them, honestly. It spoils my belly when I hear it. People say I've been watching, but I never subscribe. Please subscribe. What are you waiting for? I miss you all so much. I'm so glad to be here. I miss our banter. I miss our laughter. I miss all the fun things that we do on the show. Thank you all so much. Yeah. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, you're welcome to this show. Tonight I've got a guest. My guest name is Nana. You can see from my picture that she's from the northern part of Nigeria. It's actually the first time I'm having someone from the north. We have people from the south and east all the time. This is the first time I'm having someone from the north. And Nana is here to tell an incredible story about herself. She's going to be sharing a whole lot with us tonight. It's the story of her life, her childhood, her marriage, and everything she's been through, and what has led to why we are here today, right? So, yeah, help me to welcome Nana to the studio. Hello, Nana.
Hi, good evening, Auntie B, and good evening, everyone.
You're welcome, sweetie. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right.
Good. I'm so privileged that you're the first person that we have tonight. Today is the first day I'm coming back after my little break. So I'm so glad that you are the one I'm speaking to. You're
Yeah,
welcome, my darling. You're welcome. How you
Th-
feeling?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm okay.
You're welcome. So, please, my people, in case you've forgotten because of the little break that we had, don't forget we are here to provide support. That's all we are here for. It's all about love, right, guys? Please. A lot of women that come here, not a lot, all the women that come here are going through something. Okay, even though you cannot relate, because thank God for your life is good and perfect. I'm sure you can empathize that other people have struggles. and some people struggle more than others. So I ask you to please wear your compassionate heart, your empathy, bring it on full swing. Let us show love and compassion. It's all about love. I believe very strongly that whatever we are doing, when we have love in our hearts, then we can't go wrong. It's not the Ghanaian Nanao. They are saying it's Ghanaian name. It's not that one. It's a longer name, okay? Now they are dragging you, Nana. They say you are Ghanaian now. It's not that Nana. It's a longer name. What's the longer name? Tell me so that I'll tell them. Nefi, huh?
Nana Fidosi.
Nana Fidosi. That's a longer name, okay? We've just shortened it to make it sweet, cute and sweet. Nana Fidosi is the longer name, okay, guys? But we love Ghanaians too. We love people from Awuchi. We love people from everywhere. But this particular Nana is from the northern part of Nigeria. So yeah, please guys try to be compassionate and yeah, listen with an open heart. We're here to support Nana. It's not to judge, it's not to condemn. She's going to talk about, you know, parenting, what's happening and what's still happening now in some homes in Nigeria and why we're here today. So Nana, please tell us a little bit about yourself and why we are here tonight.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nana Fidosi. I'm Nigerian and from the northern part of Nigeria, northeast precisely. And I'm the last of five kids, and I'm from a polygamous family as well. My mom happens to be from the western part of Nigeria as well. Yeah,
So your mom is Yoruba, is she?
yeah, yeah.
And,
My mom
and
is Yoruba.
your dad is Hausa Fulani.
Yeah, yeah.
And you said there was some contention there when they were about to get married because of the tribe. And obviously, I want to believe, was religion a part of it as well?
Not religion was a part of it because my mom's family, they're quite mixed. You know how the Yorubas, they've got
Yeah.
they're normally like mixed Christians or Muslims in a Yoruba family. So my mom came from that kind of family, but she was a Christian at the time she met my dad. But my dad converted her to Islam and she was quite willing. He didn't force her, but his
Hmm.
family did not accept her because she was a Yoruba girl
Hmm.
and because she was educated as well to a certain level at that point. So they didn't want him to marry her. They wanted him to marry from the Nordic tribe.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But obviously, these two people didn't listen to their families. They were in love, as some, a lot of people would do when they are young. They don't listen to, even if the advice is good. They just feel like the love can't, triumphant, and
Yeah,
the love will see them through. But sadly, we know it never happens. So
absolutely.
they went ahead and got married against all advice.
Yeah.
Okay, what happened thereafter?
So yeah, I'll just concise everything. So
Mm-hmm,
my dad eventually got married to my mom, and this was in the late 50s, early 60s. So
mm-hmm,
he got married to my mom and it was okay. My dad, by the way, was a military man. He was in the Nigerian army, and he used to be part of the special ECOMOG force
mm-hmm,
that went for peacekeeping mission around Africa because of how there was so much independence war and rebels and stuff like that. So my dad was part of that squad that was doing all of that peacekeeping mission. So he married my mom, and my mom, not long into the marriage, she felt pregnant and had a girl who was my elder sister. And during the process of all that years, like up until my birth, it was a really um, hard period for my mom because she was treated really badly. She was not treated fairly, and because I'll just put it out there, my dad's family is related to the caliphate, so his family has like a royal title. So because of that, my grandfather, when they go for like all these their jihad wars and stuff like that, like to Niger and Chad and stuff like that, when they win the wars, they normally give them women as trophies. So
Right.
because my granddad was too old at the time, so he normally passed these women down to my dad. So my dad eventually ended up having three other women apart from my mom. So he had four wives, but my mom was the only woman he picked by himself. Every other woman was like a trophy he was given by his dad.
Right. So you,
So
yeah, go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
So all these other women, because they're from like the Fulani tribe from Niger or Chad, so they were all accepted by my dad's family, and because they were like a trophy, so they were treated better than my mom, even though my mom was the
The
first wife.
first. Hmm.
She was really treated badly, and some of like, I know my dad's second wife, she's into sorcery a lot because she's from Chad. She was into real sorcery, so it was a big thing for my mom. There were several times she tried to kill my mom through sorcery and witchcraft, but my mom survived it. So after I was born, all of these things just continued. So my mom's family got involved at some point. I don't know exactly when, but they got involved. And so my mom's elder brother, who lived in Houston in the US at the time, sent for my mom and said, look, you cannot die in a marriage. You've tried for all these years. You've been with this man. His family has consistently refused to accept you. I don't think they would ever accept you. So the best thing for you to do is to leave. So at the time, I was a year and 8 months old. So I was like 20 months old at the time. So my mom, I don't know her state of mind at the time, but I can only tell from what I know now. So she decided that the best thing for her to do was to leave. And at the time my mom left, my elder sister, who was the first, she was 15 at the time, and I
Hmm.
was only 20 months old. So my mom left all of us. She didn't take any of us. She left all of us. At the time, my dad was not even in the country. He was somewhere for his peacekeeping mission. My mom just packed up and left all of us like that.
So
So
it wasn't like your dad stopped her from taking you guys, but
no,
she just left all five of you,
yeah,
and because the family had gotten involved and they wanted her to leave because she was suffering in the marriage as well. So she
yeah,
left five children, and she left you guys, and she took off.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So where who did she leave you with, and where did she go?
My mom left us with our elder sister, who was only 15 at the time.
Hmm.
Yeah. And she left the north and she went because my mom is originally from Ogun State. So
Mm-hmm.
she first went to Abeokuta, and
Mm-hmm.
then from Abeokuta, when her visa and stuff were all processed, she went to Lagos. And then from Lagos, she went straight to America to meet her elder brother.
Right.
Yeah.
And then at some point, you got taken in by an auntie, your father's sister.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many of you got taken in by that woman?
It was myself and one of my brothers that got taken in by my auntie.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your experience living with that woman who is your father's sister now that your mom has left. What happened in the house?
It's one part of my life that I always wish I can change, but unfortunately I can't change that. It's now a part of my history, and I wear it in my stride. But the thing is, it was, to just put it mildly, I don't want to be so grotesque about it.
Yeah.
It was a living hell.
Okay, so I can tell some of it for you.
Yeah,
So, because I already know part of the story, and Nana told
yeah,
me this, I don't want her to relive it by telling it. She lived with her auntie, who is her father's sister, and they basically turned them to like slaves. Okay,
Yeah.
they use them. This is very common when people who are not your children, and a lot of women are very wicked when they are raising other people's children. Unfortunately, this happens quite frequently, and they basically turn them to, house helps, doing all the cooking, cleaning, everything household. They treated them very badly. They treated them like less than humans. And the worst part of it was that the man, the auntie's husband, started sexually abusing Nana. At what age were you at that time?
I was 8.
From 8, this man started, and it went on for until you were about, was it 16?
No, I wasn't even up to 16. The first time I spoke about it, I was 12.
Right. So this was happening in that household. As you know, unfortunately, a lot of all these men in the north, I don't know for what reason, but they tend to like children a lot. And when somebody said to me that we should, advocate and make some noise and try and see if we can rally around for them to pass this legislation in Nigeria for them to stop marrying children, I said it's never going to work. You know why? Because half of that house, or more than half of them, they are from the north and they like to marry children. It's sad, but it's true.
Yeah.
Even the governors, they marry children as young as 14. It's happened before. Taraba State. Anyway, let's not get distracted. Nana became a thing of sexual pleasure for this evil and wicked man. And when the auntie found out, or was it you that told him how? How did she find out again, Nana?
I did. I spoke to her about it.
Yeah. And how did she react when you told her?
The first thing she said to me was, "Do you want to send me out of my husband's house?" And I said, "No, I just want you to know what is happening to me." And she said, "Well, whatever is happening to you, you're not the first. You would keep your mouth shut and you would accept it because it's not the first time and it will not be the last time. So if you want to keep staying with me, you will keep quiet, or else I'll report you to the community." And
How old
back,
were you at this point when you told your auntie, when you finally summoned up the courage
I
to
was
tell her?
12. I was 12.
Okay, go on.
So she said that to me and said, "If you want me to report you to the community," and then there was this rule. It's a side. It's not a written rule, but it's a Sharia law. I would be
Mhm.
stoned to death if
Yeah.
that gets out. So I knew the consequences if that gets out, like from the family.
So the
So
victim will be stoned. The child victim will be stoned. What happens to the perpetrator? Who is the pedophile? What is the Sharia punishment for that man?
he gets 50 strokes of cane.
And the child will be stoned.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't want to see anything. Carry on. So it carried on till when did you get pregnant?
I got pregnant when I was almost 14.
So the man impregnated her, my people. This auntie's husband. Remember, the auntie said, if you say anything, we will say it out in the community and they will stone you or they will beat you or do whatever. Okay, you guys just heard the most disgusting, the most, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't want to stress. I'm just coming back. So, yeah, calm down. Calm down, Auntie B, calm down. I'm coming down. Right. So she got pregnant for him when she was only a child. And then what happened then?
So at that time, I really didn't know I was pregnant, but eventually I got to know I was pregnant. My auntie got to know, and my auntie, she already knew who the father of the child was. So she threw me out on the street.
Okay. On the street now, fatherless, motherless, in all these years that you were living with your auntie, being abused physically, sexually, and emotionally, psychologically, did she call or did she check? Did she write a letter? Did she ever look back?
I never get to know my mom or see my mom until when I was 19.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you got thrown out and you were pregnant as a teenager. You were 14 years old, pregnant for an evil auntie's husband, who is also an uncle. We'll call them uncle. And you said that things just deteriorated from there. Tell us a little bit about that aspect.
Um, yeah. Sorry, refresh me again. What did you say?
So when you got thrown out, your auntie threw you out.
Yeah.
What happened then when you were on the streets?
So my auntie threw me out. I was pregnant at the time. I can't really be certain to say how far gone I was with the pregnancy, but I was pregnant, and I lived in like motor parks and stalls and just in the motor park and stuff like that. I was raped severally while I was living on the street.
Mhm,
And one of those days, I was frustrated. I was just walking in the motor park, and they were loading a bus that was going to Kaduna. And I was just, because that was what I did. I was begging people, passengers, I was begging for money to feed. So, a young girl, she was about 4 years older than myself. So she saw me and she came off from the bus and she asked me, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm not going anywhere." Because this is a conversation we had in Hausa. And she's like,
mhm.
"Where are you going?" I said, I don't know where, I don't have anywhere I'm going to. I'm just wondering about, I've been thrown out from the house. And she's like, "Oh, why? What happened?" And I just gave her like a brief summary. And she said to me, "You know what? I'm going to Kaduna because I live in Kaduna. My family live in Kaduna. I will take you with me." And I said to her, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah, come with me." So she paid my fare and we went to Kaduna. And her family live in Zaria. So we got to Kaduna, took another bus that took us to Zaria. So we got to Zaria and she introduced me to her mom as her friend. And her mom was like, "I've never met her before. Where did you know this person?" So she
Mhm.
just told her mom briefly what I told her. So the mom sat me down and asked me, she said, "Are you sure you're not running away from home?" I said, "No." She said, you want, if I take you to the police station, will you tell them the same thing you have told me?" I said, "Yes." So she said, "Okay, no problem," because her mom was a midwife
Okay.
with ABU Zaria Teaching Hospital. So her mom was a midwife. So she
Yeah.
looked at me and she said, "Are you pregnant?" I said, "Yes, I am pregnant."
Hmm.
The mom, she just shook her head and she said, "You know what? I will not take you to the police station. I would keep you. After you've
Hmm.
had your baby, then we can decide what to do."
Hmm. So in all this, when all this was happening, did your father did he know about the abuse you were suffering? Did he check? Did he ever come to visit? Whoa.
My dad already passed on. My dad was killed in Sudan.
I see.
My dad was killed in Sudan in one of his peacekeeping mission. That was the reason why we had to move to my auntie's, because
I
my dad
see.
passed away.
Hmm. Right. Okay. So this woman kept you, and you also told me that she not only keep you after you had your baby, she put you in school.
Yes,
Hmm.
she did.
In my language, they say when what is killing you, one thing what is killing you, if it's coming, what will save you will be coming from the other side. You see how God works? A total stranger in a motor park, a young person took Nana and brought her home to another city in Kaduna, brought her home to her mother. This mother of an angel. I mean, she's the one that you see as your mother today, now I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then you had your baby there, and then you went back to school, and tell us what happened from there when you were now living with this nice lady.
You know, um, that woman, like I always say to people, she's she's my breath.
Hmm.
But people don't understand when I say it. I refer to her as my breath. She
Hmm.
gave me she gave me another lease of life, even
Hmm.
when I did not have I did not know where my next meal would come from. I was used to being abused. I
Hmm.
was never used to meeting somebody who treated me so well without knowing me.
Hmm.
She took care of me all through my pregnancy. I had my baby. And after I had the baby, whilst I was still pregnant, she enrolled me. I wrote my GCE. I got my papers. After that, she made sure I got admission and went to the university. And when my baby was born, she said to me, Fidos,
Hmm.
now you have a daughter,
Hmm.
and now you have made your papers. You are going to school. If at all there is any point in time where you want to misbehave, remember about this girl.
Hmm.
She said, I have done where this is where fate and me with you, this is where our line meets. But this is not where it stops.
Hmm.
You can decide what happens to you from now going forward. Now you've had the baby, you can decide how you want your life to be. I
Hmm.
would always be here. No matter what decision you make, I will stand by you.
Hmm.
These are the words of this woman. I won't call her this woman. She's
She's
my
your mother.
breath.
She's your mother.
Yeah,
Hmm.
she's my mother.
Yeah, she's your mother. It's not who gives birth that is a mother. It's
She
not who gives birth that is
she
a father. It's who
she
nurtures, who
she
loves, who cares. Yeah.
she took me in without asking too many questions. I could have been anybody. I could have been, I could have been anybody, but she took me in.
Yeah.
She trusted her instinct, took me in, made sure she made something out of me.
Hmm.
That rag, that filth, because I always saw myself as filth because I
Hmm.
was abused. I just felt sometimes I would go into the shower, I would scrub myself until my skin peels because
Hmm.
I felt like I was filthy.
Hmm.
But this mother of mine, she did not see me that way. She didn't see me that way. She saw me as a human being. She saw me as her own daughter. And
Hmm.
she did not stop. She stopped at nothing to make sure that I achieved something out of my life.
And you did. You graduated
Yeah,
from university
yeah,
and you got a job in Nigeria. You were
yeah,
working, and that was where
yeah,
you met your husband.
yes,
Tell us about your experience when you met. She met a Scottish man
yeah.
who worked in, is he an oil servicing firm in Nigeria?
No,
Is it oil?
he works with an oil company, oil and gas company.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So she met this man. And how did you describe it? You told me that he's the most amazing, the most wonderful experience, or the if you have
yeah.
like you said, he's the best thing that ever happened to you.
My husband was the best thing that ever happened to me. Like I call him my armor. He was my armor. He showed me that not all men are abusers.
Hmm.
He showed me that a man can protect me even when I felt like I did not deserve
You
it.
didn't deserve it. He loved you unconditionally.
He loved me unconditionally. And I'll just put this out there. I'm not the easiest person to live with because
Hmm.
I've got OCD. So I'm not the easiest person to live with. I'm very difficult to live with. And I'm also very stiff neck. I'm
Right.
not easy. But my husband, he never saw anything wrong with me. He never had any reason. He treated me like a queen.
Hmm.
I did not want or need nothing.
Hmm.
It
So,
took me to, I've been to so many countries in the world
hmm,
because of him.
hmm. So, this white Oyibo man that you met in Nigeria that married you, somebody in the comment section here says Jibola is saying that OCD is common to abused person. Yeah, so you are not alone. Okay. So this white man that you met in Nigeria gave you an amazing life, treated you well, and you I believe you have a daughter for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it when you relocated back to Scotland that you had the baby, or was it in Nigeria?
No, my daughter was born here.
Right. Did he retire? Is that why you moved back here?
And when we moved back, he wasn't retired at the time. We actually moved back because I got admission to do my master's in Leeds. So, and I was already pregnant at the time, so that was why I first relocated. But then after my daughter was born, I've already finished my master's and all of that because he was not even working in the UK, he was working abroad still. So he said, there's no point. He wants his daughter to be schooled in Scotland. So we moved to Scotland.
And you had this amazing life. Unfortunately, something
Yeah,
happened. Something happened.
yeah. It's always uh, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I'm sorry if what I'm about to say is going to come out wrongly, but I think my destiny is intertwined with pain.
Hmm.
That's the way I like to put it. Because whenever there's something good happening in my life, something bad is always brewing in the background and
Hmm.
waiting to happen.
Hmm.
I was married to my husband for 12 years.
Hmm.
We knew each other for 15 years.
Hmm.
And 12 years out of the 12 years of marriage, 7 years was heaven.
Hmm.
5 years was a mixture of everything because my
You got
husband
sick.
got diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this heavenly man that is Scottish man that God sent her to wipe away her pain, her tears. Take a breather. Just breathe down, Nana. You want to take a
Yeah.
sip of water? Do you want some water?
No, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah, take some time. Yeah, just take some time. I'll leave you for some minutes. So, my people, unfortunately, this heavenly sent man that God brought her way to wipe away her tears, the tears of not having a father, her mother. Don't forget she had a baby when she was only 14 for an abuser, a man who was meant to be her protector, that her parents, her mother left, her dad died, and she was forced to live with this evil auntie who didn't protect her, expose her to his devilish, satanic husband to do whatever he likes with her. She got pregnant for him and had that baby. But against all odds, the heavens smiled at Nana and she made this one. What are the odds, my people? What are the odds for somebody that has had this experience? But she met this amazing man, a white man in Nigeria. And it was amazing. They got married. Everything was beautiful. She came here, she did her master's, and then he got sick. He had cancer. And unfortunately, he died. Yes. Yeah, he died. They have a beautiful daughter, and unfortunately, the man passed away. And I want to believe that this really, really sets you back again. I mean, bearing in mind your history of the abuse and everything you've been through in your life.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We're gonna move away from that now. So her husband got buried, and she said to me that it was a mixture of emotions for her when the husband died. And because he's been sick for a while, I think he was sick for about 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys know how it is with cancer. There's a lot of treatment. They try all sorts of things, and some people get well, some don't, unfortunately. But when he eventually died, Nana said there was a lot going on, and in all that, the grief and everything, and the lesson we need to take away from this is that when you are grieving, it's not the time for you to start looking for a relationship. Okay? We're not blaming her, bearing in mind that she's been through a whole lot. But unfortunately, she got involved with another man. And this was another chapter again of another Oyibo man to see. Oh, in this life, I say, we can never know life, when we think we know. Okay, I hear you in the comment section. A lot of people were debating about religion there. What's the religion of the woman that took you in Kaduna, Nana?
She's a Christian.
She's a Christian. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about the religion, but there are some practices in the north that they are so outdated and archaic that any right thinking human being will agree that we should do away with them. They are not right. Okay. How do you abuse a girl child and the child gets killed, or they stone her to death and the man gets 50 stroke of cane? Who wrote that Sharia law, for goodness sake? How is that fair? She's a child. Anyway, moving forward, your husband passed away and things happened and you met another man.
Yeah.
How long was it between when your husband passed away and when you met this other Scottish man? Is he Scottish?
Yeah, he's Scottish. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the time frame? Can you remember?
Yeah, I do remember, and I'm pretty much ashamed to say it because
You don't
I
need to if
know
you don't want to.
I
You
know a
don't
lot of
need to.
people will no, I would say I know people will judge me, but if you've not walked in my shoes, then you're free to judge me. I
Nobody's gonna
mean,
judge you. Mm-mm.
yeah, it was
We,
just 3 months.
Nobody's gonna judge you. Mm-mm. People do things, and we don't encourage judgment here at all. Don't judge nobody, because until you walk in their shoes, then you don't know what you are going to do. Okay? She was isolated. She was lonely. So people do different things when they are grieving. Remember, she said that the husband was the best thing that ever happened to her. So if you want to come here and judge, my block button is ready. I will block you. It's easy. So what happened with this new Scott man that you met after your husband passed?
So he chatted me on Facebook, and I didn't even know he was in my husband's funeral, and my husband used to be his boss. I didn't know him because there were so many people at his funeral that I didn't even know, because my husband worked in the oil and gas industry for 38 years, and he was a very loved man. So a lot of people flew from different parts of the world to come for his funeral.
Right.
So this man sent me a message on Facebook for friend request, and I'm like, I don't know this person. And I saw that he was a friend to my stepdaughter. So I
Right.
was like, okay. So I accepted the friend request, and then he started chatting me on Messenger and saying, oh, I used to work with your husband. He used to be my boss. From there, conversation just went on like that.
Yeah.
And then eventually one day he was like, oh, he wants to invite me because he lives 10 minutes away from where I live. So he
Yeah.
was like, he wants to invite me out for a drink. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So, and that weekend, my daughter had a sleepover at her elder sister's house. So I was like, okay, I'll be home alone so I can go for the drinks. So I went to meet him, and we went to the pub. We had drinks, and had conversation. It was a nice evening conversation. After that, I took a taxi. I came back to my house, and the conversation just went on from that, like that. So eventually, long story short, we got into a relationship.
Yeah.
Or so I thought.
You were
You know,
lonely, you were vulnerable, your husband has just died, he was sick. Thank you so much, Unstoppable. Thank you for your kind words towards Nana. Nana, you can't see the comment now, but I tell you, people are very supportive here. Like I say, please stop, don't cry. There nobody's judging you, and this is what Unstoppable say. I know you'll see it later, but she said, or he said, no judging here, Nana. I think your husband being sick for 5 years was probably so tough and lonely and alone, hence the need for another comfort and anchor. Okay, and don't forget she said that we don't even need to justify it. We don't need, it happened. Okay, shit happens. Yes, get over it. All right, my dear, not that's not to you. I'm just saying that to others who might come and be saying whatever. Yeah, so you got into what you thought was a relationship, but it turned out to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
How did that play out?
The relationship was very toxic, and it was a very volatile relationship, and there was always he was always he drank a lot, and he just didn't care. He was very selfish, and then sometimes he would, hit me, and he would speak to me in a very degrading manner in front of my daughter, and it just went on like that. So one of those occasions, I was 32 weeks pregnant for him,
Yeah, she got
and
pregnant for him.
yeah, and
Okay.
then he hit me, and I fell down from 12 flight of steps,
Wow. Please
and
tell me this man went to jail.
no, he didn't.
12 flight of stairs when you were pregnant.
Yeah, I was 32 weeks pregnant at the time, and
Oh,
because of the noise, my neighbors, I don't know which of my neighbors, because my house is semi-detached, so I have neighbors on both ends. So I don't know which of my neighbors they phoned the police, and I was still, trying to get myself up. I was still in pain. My back was hurting when the doorbell rang, and my daughter went, she peeped through the window, and she was like, "Mom, police are here." And I'm like, what are they looking for? I was still in pain. So, because, that fear, I just pulled myself up immediately from the ground, and I went straight to the door to answer the door.
hmm.
And the police said they got a phone call from, they didn't tell me which neighbor, they just said a neighbor
The
phoned
neighbor.
and
Yeah.
said there's a situation going on here. And
Hmm.
then there was a female police and a male police, and the female police officer looked at me. She was like, "Are you okay, ma'am?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she's like, "Oh, I see you're really far gone." And with my pregnancies, I'm always very huge. If you see me when I'm pregnant, I'm a size 6, but when I'm pregnant, I look like a baby elephant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so she was like, okay. She was like, so what's happening? I'm like, nothing. But my daughter just came from behind me, and she said, my mom just fell from the steps.
Hmm. You didn't want to tell them.
Yeah. And I'm like, so they were asking me, did you fall? Did somebody push you? And I just did not say anything. So they asked me who else lives in the house with you. I told them his name, and they asked where he was. At the time, he was upstairs in the bedroom. So the male police officer went upstairs to meet him, and they brought him downstairs to the living room, and we were all there, and they were asking what the problem was, and they could smell his breath that he's been drinking.
Thinking. Yeah.
So the female police officer now asked me, "Do you is he registered resident in this house?" I
Address.
said, "No, he's
Hmm.
not registered resident in this address. He's got his own house." So
Hmm.
she's like, "Okay." She's like, "Would what would happen is they'll take him to his own house,
Hmm.
so I can be on my own, and then they'll come back the next morning to speak to me." So yeah, they took him away, and that was it. The next morning they came, they asked me. I didn't want the trouble, and so because of my daughter, they had to refer the case to social service.
Yeah.
And because of my daughter, and I was pregnant, and they knew there was something happening, but I was not saying anything. So
Yeah.
they referred the case to social service.
Why
So
didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say anything to the cops when they showed up?
I was just tired of fighting.
Did you
And
think that you deserve to be treated like that? Is that why you didn't tell them what this man has been doing?
you know, I think I just got used to pain. You
Yeah.
know, I got used to pain, and I just kind of accepted it. It's not
Yeah.
like I didn't know to call the police.
Yeah.
By the way, to put it out there, I'm a pediatric nurse. I work for the NHS. I'm a nurse, so I know what to
What
do.
to do? Yeah.
But it's just yeah,
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
just that shame,
Yeah, it's
you
okay.
know.
So, yeah, take a break now. Take a break. Let me let me carry on, okay?
Yeah.
Don't go off. I'll mute you so you can take a breather and then I will mute you in a minute, okay? So, she suffered a lot of abuse from this man who befriended her after her husband passed away. Nana, unfortunately, went into another abusive relationship with this horrible Scottish man. So you both too can be abusive. I already know that. So anyway, it's not new to me. Yeah, a lot of Oyibo people will be loving and kind and they treat their partners right, but we still have Oyibo people that are very abusive, especially if they are drinking of the got substance misuse issues, mental health, substance misuse issues. Those ones they go in and out of prison like it's back is their backyard. They will even be telling you, "I've just left prison." You know, in this country, they'll be telling you about prison as if it's something to brag about. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Unstoppable. Yeah. So she had a baby, but the baby was born with challenges. Okay. Uh the baby came out and there was some issues with the baby. I'm not quite sure what she was diagnosed with, but she did say that she was in and out of the hospital and she was in hospital for a long time because they were not sure what was wrong with the baby. But finally, he was diagnosed. Nana, what was your son diagnosed with?
He was diagnosed with Angelman syndrome.
Yeah. Okay. That's the diagnosis. Yeah. So he had a diagnosis. And let me just put it out there that with in all these things I've been telling you, all the stories we've been narrating now, we spent almost 50 minutes. Nana had tried to buy herself 3 times. Okay? She tried to buy herself 3 times to delete herself, to end her life 3 times. Let me put it. She's taking drugs and like taking all her medication at once. She was suffering from depression. She's still suffering from depression and a lot of anxiety. And of course, because of the issues around the abuse that she suffered again, her life was in a good place when her husband was alive until she met this man again. The Scottish man that she met, who is a drunkard, that started abusing her, set her all the way back to her childhood again. The pain was like reopened again, right? Now she tried to end her life again, and of course, social services got involved, and they took her 2 kids away. So these are the 2 kids, the one she has for her husband, the loving man, and the this other man that were living with her. Because remember, the child she had when she was 14 is an adult now. She lives in Nigeria. Okay, so they took her kids away. Am I right, Nana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she was also taken to she was sectioned as a result of the number of times that she's tried to end her life. So she was considered a danger to herself. Because you know that under the Mental Health Act in this country, those of you who live in the UK will know this, that if you are considered a danger to yourself or the society, or if you consider that you harm somebody or you harm yourself, then they have the laws under the Mental Health Act to detain you. So that's what they call sectioning. They will section you and place you in a psychiatric hospital, and you cannot leave until you are deemed fit And this is an assessment that psychiatrists will conduct, and they'll put you on a course of treatment to determine that you are fit now to live in society before you will be discharged. So by the time she contacted me, she had just been released from the psychiatric hospital. And she said to me, I was detained, I was in hospital, and I screamed. I said, what happened? She told me. So she's just been, she's back now to her house. And you were just telling me that you got your daughter back now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's got her daughter back. How old is your daughter, Nana?
She's 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
But you are still on medication.
yeah, yeah.
And also, she still hasn't got her son back. She's got a supervised visit at the contact center. Fortunately for us, we have a social worker, or we have a sister here in the platform, Dupe, who we know very well, who is our sister in the building, who knows her. Okay, she lives in Scotland as well, by the grace of God, and she's supporting Nana so far. So I'm just going to round your narrative up by asking Nana, why did you want to come and share this story, as difficult as it is? Why?
First and foremost, I want to put it out there. Please, mothers, no matter how bad your relationship is with your husband or your partner, no matter even if you don't know where you're going to, you don't have a hope. If you must leave, please take your child or children with you, be it male or female. Take them with you. Today, I have a plethora of mental health issues. It didn't just start because I lost my husband.
Yeah,
I have different diagnoses that stems from my childhood abuse.
yeah,
I've got deregulative personality disorder. I've got OCD. I've got depression. I suffer bad anxiety. I've got complex trauma syndrome. The list goes on.
yeah.
Before you make that decision, think about this. Do you want your child to grow up to be a broken and unfixed adult? Is that what you wish for your child? I'm still fighting through it.
Yeah,
I'm not out of the moles.
yeah,
I'm still fighting every day. Every day it's a struggle for me. Every day. If there is nothing you would take out of my story, please, your kids, protect them. Just protect them.
yeah,
Do whatever it takes to protect them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Nana. You've been incredibly brave. You've been so brave. I know this was really tough for you. I know this was not easy for you. I'm just going to ask you one last question. Then I'll let you go. Then you can now log into YouTube and listen, because I want to share my link, and I want people to just comfort you, say a word. I mean, for a woman that's been through this, this started when she was a baby. A baby. So somebody asked a question that I just want to ask you. They said, do you have a relationship with your mom now? Because you said you finally met your mom again, or I mean, you didn't even know her because you
Mm,
were a baby when she left. You were 18 months.
yeah.
So do you have a relationship, because you said you met her again when you were 19? Do you have a
Yeah.
relationship with her now?
Yes, I do have a relationship with my mom,
Hmm.
and I would like to put it out there. I do not hold any grudges against my mom.
Can you hear
Um,
that?
I
Hmm.
forgave my mom a long time ago,
Wow.
but the one thing I know she would take to her grave is her regrets.
Hmm.
My mom does not know how bad that single action of hers has destroyed me.
Yeah. She
Even
saved
while,
herself. She saved herself, but left you
yeah,
guys. Yeah.
even whilst I was in hospital, I was detained for 10.5 weeks.
Hmm.
My mom kept phoning. I never answered her call. The
Hmm.
only person I spoke to was my elder sister, who also lives in America. And the reason I did not answer my mother's call, my mom has had a couple of heart surgeries. She's 86. She'll be
Yeah.
87 in October, and
Yeah.
I fear for her life. And I know she's been doing everything possible since we got back reconnected to make up for her mistake.
Yeah. But you can't really make it up, can you?
But our relationship, I cannot say is estranged, but it is not a mother-daughter relationship. That's the easiest way I can put it.
Thank you very much, Nana. I'm going to let you go now because I don't want you to be distressed further. Thank you so much for being strong. With everything that you're going through, you had the bravery to come and share your story just because you are so passionate about children and you want people to learn. You want parents who are thinking of living without their children, especially mothers, you want them to learn. Thank you so much, Nana. Thank you. You
You're
will be
welcome, Auntie
okay.
B.
You'll be okay. It might not
Yeah,
seem like it now, and I want to correct one thing before I let you go, Nana.
yeah,
You see what you said, like that you were saying that your story is linked to sadness. Whenever something good happens, sadness follows. That's the lie of the devil. Okay? No.
yeah,
It's just that, you know what? God gives us a lot of challenges in life, but He also doesn't give us more than we can bear. Okay?
yeah,
Remember the story of Job in the Bible. God allowed the devil to test Job, but eventually he was triumphant. So your story is not linked to sadness or that anything good happens to you, something bad must happen. You will, with your own mouth, also testify of the goodness of God, Nana. And it doesn't end here. Okay, this is not the end of your life. This is not the end of your story. You got three beautiful children by the grace of God. You're struggling to get your son back,
yeah,
and I totally understand why your son was taken. I explained that to you already,
yeah,
why it was necessary because they felt like you are going to put him at risk. That's why they took him.
yeah,
Okay. But you need to focus on yourself now. Get yourself to a place where you are at least okay. If you're not okay, you cannot take care of children. I had this discussion with one of my sisters in Germany this evening. You need to be okay. You see, in the airplane, they will tell you if you want if there's an emergency for you to wear your oxygen mask, wear your own first before you even put your child's own. They are not being selfish, but if you are not secured, how can you secure someone else? So
yeah,
don't worry about your son. He's a baby. He's going to be okay. Focus on yourself, and by the grace of God, you are going to come out of this with testimony. All right?
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to let you go now. You can log into YouTube and listen to what people are going to say. I'm sharing my link now so we can just, people can come and say something. A lot of people are asking where you are. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later, my love.
All right, thank you, Auntie B.
You're welcome, dear. Whew. Somebody in the comment section was saying this is heavy stuff. After Aduke, this is heavy stuff. This is what we're here for, my people. This is what we're here for. If you are thinking of being a social worker, this is it. It's not for everybody. Judy, you're welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I feel sorry that she has to go through this, but I'm gonna share mine just a little bit. I've been through a whole lot, okay?
Right.
And I understand what she's dealing with, but she gotta be strong. You have to be strong because of your kids, because if I have been through losing my marriage, losing my mom to cancer, um, raising my child alone and having a health issue, being disabled, and at the same time getting the unfair treatment from so many people that I assumed would come into my life and help me, but I'm still standing strong. You
Yeah.
can do it. You can
Amen.
survive. There's no situation. You got to put God first in your life. Wake up every day and thank God. Give
Yeah.
God glory and make God lead you. Because God, if you don't have God in your life, everything else you do would not come true. No matter how many people want to help you, the bad ones will always locate you. You got to put God first in your life.
Yeah.
You need to understand that anything God wants to do for you, it's all about you trusting Him
Hmm.
and knowing that He is there for you. Okay. See,
Yeah.
if I open my mouth and tell you my story, you will flee out of this because trust me, it has been very worse. It
Hmm.
has been very bad, but I am still standing strong. No mental health problems. They try to take my son at a point. They try to take my son at a point because I was disabled and I was a legal guardian to my sister's daughter. But you know what? At the point that I was struggling with health issues, being on oxygen from one hospital to another doctor, I was still using the voice I had. No family, I'm telling you, nobody. But I was using the last breath. I left notes. I'm like, nope. Nope, the system is not going to take my child from me. I have no mental health issues. I just have a health problem, a physical one, and I am going through it. You see,
Judy. Judy.
you need to learn to be verbal and strong.
Judy.
You need, yeah, can you
Judy.
hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Calm down. Calm down. Settle down. No two people's situation is ever the same. Okay.
yeah, it's not the same, but most of us
Listen. Let me finish. Let me
yeah,
finish. I
yeah,
know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to say, but your situation is not the same thing. Okay.
yeah,
I'm glad for you that you have the strength and you are able to fight your way through it
yeah.
and you're here standing, but you are not the same person. Okay? We
Yeah,
are
but
different.
she needs to understand something. The more you cry over a situation, the
She
weaker
doesn't
you
want to
get.
cry. She doesn't
Yes,
want to cry.
you
Nobody
gotta
wants to
be
cry.
strong. You gotta be strong, my dear.
Judy, you are my first caller. Unfortunately, I'll have to let you go. All right? Nobody wants to cry. All right? I know what you are trying to say, but the way you are saying it is not coming out like you've got compassion. Nobody wants to cry. You think she's happy the way she is? You think she's happy being depressed? Nobody likes being depressed, okay? But there are things that happen to you in life that you have no control. And our ability to deal with pain and trauma is different. You cannot judge another person based on your own experience, okay? Your personality is different. You sound like a really strong person. Thank God for you, but you are not Nana. All right. So thank you very much for that. But that's all I can take. Okay. That's all I can take from you. I'm going to move on now to Peace. Hello, Peace.
Hello, Auntie B. Hi, how are you, Auntie B? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you clearly. Go on.
Um, you know, First of all, I just want to say thank you so much. I am a Zimbabwean and I'm one of your biggest fan, and I'm always watching this show.
Thank you.
Nana, honestly, I am from Zimbabwe, and your story is all the way from um, I'm trying to catch a breath right now because I'm really struggling to put my words through.
Yeah.
I can relate so much with you, Nana, from your background. I lost my mom when I was 3 years. I was abused for 18 years.
Hmm.
Um, I have a whole lot of mental health issues, you name it. Um, it's not easy. I just want to touch the part of the mental health issue
Yeah.
because that's what I think moving forward from now, that's what you really need help
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
My dear, on a personal level, myself personally, what I do is I try to look at my son. Why do I try to look at my son? Because he gives me hope on a daily basis. With mental health issues, every day is a struggle. Every
Hmm.
day is an opportunity for one to take their life. And it's difficult for people to understand who are not walking in your shoes. So I'm
Yeah,
here just to let you know that I'm a Zimbabwean and I'm a sister from a different country, but I can
definitely.
relate with you and I'm praying for you. And I want you to know that personally, I am connecting with you right now and I love you so, so, so much. My
Thank you.
sister, I want you to be very, very, very strong. I want you to be very strong. I will find a way to put my number through. At the
No,
moment, I'm living in Dubai.
peace. Peace. What you can
Yes.
do, because I can't share her number, obviously, you know that. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Okay.
Oh, I
Mm.
love you. I love you. I love you very much, peace. Thank you so much. This is
Thank
what I
you
want to
so
hear.
much.
My number is on
Mm.
the screen. You take my number and please reach out to me on
Okay.
WhatsApp, and then I will I
Okay.
will connect you to Nana.
All right.
All
That's
right?
fine.
That's the
At the
easiest way.
moment, I'm all right. At the moment, I'm actually in Dubai, but I'll be coming back to Ireland in 2 months. So I would really want to have that one-on-one conversation because yes, I know a lot of people are going to give advice, but I can relate on you on a personal level. So I
Yeah,
want you to be my helper. I want you to lift me up on how best we can help each other.
yeah,
How best can we
yeah,
help each other to look after
yeah.
at our kids? Yes, we've got situations, that took advantage of our childhood. Unfortunately, my mom passed, but my father is still alive. I struggle a lot to create a relationship with him. I've forgiven him, but when it comes to mental health issue, childhood trauma, it's difficult to move on because every single day,
You
anything can
relive it.
trigger you.
Yeah, you
Yes,
relive it.
anything
Yeah,
anything can trigger you. You can be walking in the street and you find, a family, a perfect family living together, happily together. Like I know the lifestyle in Europe, it's really tough, especially if you're alone. If you
yeah.
can find people that you can connect with on this
That,
platform,
that's
it
what we're
doesn't
trying to
necessarily
do.
need to be,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, it
That's what we're
doesn't need
trying
to
to
be
do
someone
tonight.
who is,
Yeah,
yes, yes, Nana,
yeah.
you have a lot that you can offer in this world. Don't ever
Amen.
think that because someone took advantage of you because when you were a child or what, there's so much that you can offer. Your story has touched me, has changed my life.
Thank
this
you.
this is not something you should take lightly, Nana, and I just want to thank you so much for coming out to say, you've really encouraged me to use this platform to speak about what happened to me. And I just want to thank you, Nana. Honestly speaking, I am praying for you and I'm going to connect you and we'll talk. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Auntie B.
Thank you, Peace. I appreciate you. I love you very much. Take my number and then I'll talk to you on
Okay.
WhatsApp, okay? Thank you so
Okay.
much. So this is the kind of call I'm looking for. All right. I don't want anybody to come here and say, you have to be strong. You have to be. Don't. I know you are trying to help, honestly. I know you have good intentions, but you don't tell somebody who is going through so much, you have to be strong. Our strength level is different. I thought I was strong. Okay, I thought I was a very strong woman. I'm a Nwanyike. In fact, some of my friends in Nigeria call me Nwanyike. Some of you that are Igbo in the house knows the meaning of Nwanyike. Nwanyike is a strong woman. I say, very strong. But lately, I know that there are some things that you deal with, you will know that your strength, in fact, you're not strong. Nobody's strong. Okay. So we just want to encourage, we want to support, we want to pray for her, we want to uplift her, and we want to build a support around Nana. That is what we are here for. We are not here to tell her to get over it, be strong. After all, I went through the same thing and I'm still here. I don't want to hear it. If that's what you want to say, please don't join. Okay? I appreciate you all. You guys know I don't take you for granted, but I need encouragement. Sheon, I've got you.
Hi, and to be, I don't even know what to say, but I just want to say thank you for the platform. This has been an amazing platform. I got to know about your platform from my brother. He watches your show, and I think he has met you before live.
Has he?
Um, yes, he has, and he actually connected me while he was meeting with you before COVID. When you were doing one of those meet and greets. Yeah,
Oh,
so
what's his
I
name?
just want to. His name is Niggy. If he's listening to this show, he'll
Oh,
probably
yeah,
know.
I know he is in the US. I know him. He came to my meet
Yes,
and greet in the
yes,
O2. Yeah, a few years ago.
yes,
Yeah, I remember
yes.
him.
So I want to
Yeah.
say thank you for the platform. You're doing an amazing job helping
Thank you.
people
Thank
to
you.
share that story. Nana, you are just an amazing person. I don't even know how you're able to share this story. Um, just remembering one of the things that you said, which is to mothers to be able to do whatever they can to be there for their kids. In our own case, in my own case, when I was young, I remember my mom telling me that the reason why she sent me to boarding school was because she wanted to protect me.
Mm,
And I didn't get that. I remember growing up, all these uncles, they come from Lagos, because my dad was from a very large family. He was very nice. He's late now. He was
mm,
very nice, open arm. People come from the village. They grew up in our home, but most of them were men.
mm,
And my dad worked hard a lot. He never even had time for his family that much.
mm,
And so, it was always my mom. My mom is a nurse like me, and she took care of us the best way she can. But at some point, and I'm the only girl in the family, so at
mm.
some point, she let me go to the boarding house because this man would just come. I mean, like 10 people would come into the house. They want to, because of accommodation issues. And
Yeah.
they say they come to Lagos, they come for NYC, and they never leave. They
Hey.
just stay and stay. And, my mom is cooking and feeding them. And so that's the kind of household that I grew up in. And she sent me to the boarding house because later on she ended up telling me the reason why I sent you was because I did not want you to be molested when
Right.
I grew up enough. She said there was no way I could protect you, so she sent me because the troops that were coming in, they were just uncontrollable. She couldn't tell my dad, there's a limit to the help that you can offer. Anyways, fast forward, my dad moved to the US and left us, and he was trying to file for us. She was the only one taking care of 4 kids, and she never for once left us. And at some point, family members were saying that they wanted to divide the four of us and bring two of us over. And she said, no, if you're not going to take all of us, then leave them. Nobody's going to divide my kids. Nobody's going to break my kids apart. And to God be the glory, everything happened, after 10 years, my dad was able to file for us and we all came. But shortly after that, he passed away. Um, One thing I want to say is, like you rightly said, mothers, we have a lot of responsibility, to be able to be there for our kids. I don't think if my mom hadn't made some stringent decision, I don't think I would be where I'm at today. And I thank her for that. And because of that, I'm able to like make decisions on my own as to what happens for my kids and with my kids.
Yeah.
It is important for us to be able to, look at that aspect.
Yeah.
In this world today, we look at, oh, the man is a joint thing. But when situations happen, as moms, we have to step in and
Yeah.
just be there for our kids.
Yeah.
Nobody is
Yeah.
supporting abuse. If you're in an abusive relationship, find a way to struggle to just be there for your kids, because right now, with the strength that Nana has in her, I don't even know, like I said, how you're
Yeah.
able to even share
Even
the
me
story,
coming
but I'm
here, even
sent.
coming here to tell the story. I
Yeah,
mean, how many of us can have that sort of
the
strength to come and
childhood
share?
trauma, she started
Mm,
with the rape. It's not easy. You haven't even gone through that.
mm,
God smiled on you. He brought you your husband. And then I feel like this other man targeted you for some reason.
yeah.
Because how is it that he just came in like that, at the time that you were vulnerable?
Yeah.
But through it, you've had the strength and courage. And with everything that has happened, you're still standing
She's
strong,
still
is what I
standing.
believe,
Yeah.
despite everything that has happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
People who haven't even gone through half of this are probably dead by now because of the
Yeah.
trauma,
Yeah.
or something has happened. Imagine you try to just end it 3 times.
Yeah. Three
It
whole
could have
times.
happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Three. This is what I was just saying, Seun. The fact that God did
Yes.
not allow some people try once and they are gone. Oh. There's so much
Yes.
noise in your background. Oh my goodness. There's so much noise in your background. It's like your kids are having a feast. Cheryl, this is why I was saying that, people try once and they are gone. But there is a reason why three times Nana has tried to end her life and it didn't work. She's still here. Ah, God has a purpose for her life. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I really appreciate you. Give my love to Nee. Tell him I love him very much and I hope to see him in London sometime in the future. I've got you, Amber. Hello, Amber. Okay, Amber is not talking, so I've got Frige FROJD. Is that Friday or Frigid or what is it? Hello, can you hear me? Sis, I can see you. Your camera is on.
Hello?
Hello, yeah. What's your
Hello?
name?
My name is Katie Gordon. Hello, TB.
The name you put here is Frigid. Are you Frigid?
I'm not Frigid, though. Who is Frigid now? Hey, Auntie B, I am Katie Gordon.
I thought you are Frigid. Why did you put Frigid there?
I don't know. I just clicked on the link and it brought me in. This is my first time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Every spirit of Frigid, I beg come out. Let
You
Auntie
reject
B
it in
see
Jesus'
me.
name.
God bless you. The Lord honor you, ma. I'm not even going
Thank
to
you.
take your time at all.
Thank
Thank you for this platform. And the reason why I cherish this platform a lot is because so many women have battled up, no one to cry to, no
Mhm,
one to talk to,
mhm.
no one to lean on, and they end up doing something that they either regret later uh, something terrible happens. So
Yes.
this platform, we want, we celebrate you first of all for giving women, men, because this is not even a gender issue,
Yeah.
men, women, shoulders to lean on.
Thank you.
Shoulders, just come and point out on
Talk.
us.
Oh, yes,
Just,
talk. Just come and talk. Let's see how we
just
can
come
help
and
you.
talk. Come and let it
Let's see
out
where
on
we can help
ITB.
you.
And then
Yes.
ITB can spread it to all of
And
us
spread
that
it.
can carry it. Yes, spread it. We are here to lift you up in
We want to
prayers, to
listen. No more,
even come
no
out and
more
speak.
hush hush. This is Sorosoke generation. If you are going through any abuse, you're going through anything that is making you feel depressed, come and speak. Do not die in silence.
Oh,
The era of dying in silence
but,
has gone. No. If you die, you die for nothing. Come out and speak. We will listen to you without judgment.
hey, hey, hey. Auntie B, allow me talk. I finish the
Oh
talk.
yeah,
May
talk.
God
Oh yeah,
bless you.
talk.
God
Talk, my
bless
dear.
you.
Frigid,
And
talk.
Sister, Sister Nana, we are praying for you from afar. The fact that you even came out, he said, I am that songwriter said, I am no longer a slave to
Yeah,
fear. We
yeah.
have broken through your fear, and that is the
Amen.
first thing that
Amen.
you speak up, and let us just find where those who can lift you up in prayers will lift you up in prayers, and those who can, we have socials, we have in fact, I think this platform is blessed with all manner of people, and I'm sure it is not coincidental. God knows how to orchestrate things. This platform is blessed with a lot of people that will give with vital information, and lift you up in prayers, and whichever way you can be encouraged. But first and foremost, please don't be discouraged. Don't feel anyhow that you came out to speak. This is the era of speaking up. Our
Yeah.
mothers, thank God for them, thank God for their strength, thank God for their grace. But we don't have such grace to just bottle up
Be
and
quiet.
die.
Be
We
quiet.
don't have
Yeah.
such grace to just
Mm-mm.
close our mouth
We
in
refuse.
silence, and, and,
We
and, and
refuse to
let our
close our
children,
mouth. We
not only
refuse.
us,
We
yes,
refuse to close our mouth
mm-mm,
and die in silence. We
we
refuse.
seek for help whichever way. We will open our mouth and seek for help and cry out to our. This is sisterhood. This is not the time where they say women are against women. This is not the time where they say women just know how to bring themselves down. We are going to change the narrative. And
Amen.
thank God for this platform. We are going to change the narrative. We are going to lift each other up. We are going to be the body, the shoulder that another other sister can cry on, whether you're blue, white, red, yellow, whether you're in Nigeria, you're in America, you're in Canada, whichever way. God has put this platform together for sisters to be able to cry. Can you imagine somebody cry? I am in America here, and somebody is crying out from Canada. I am in America, and I can also cry out to Auntie B in London. Isn't God amazing?
God
That
is good.
alone shocks me.
God
It
is good.
keeps me in awe.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. And we are praying for, all our sisters
Anna.
that are
Yeah.
down right now. The
Yeah.
Lord will lift you up. Thank you
Amen.
so much.
Thank you so much, my darling. Next time, yeah, when you click on the link, try and put your name properly. You speak so eloquently, you sound so intelligent, you blessed us with your wisdom, but I rebuke frigid from you in
I
Jesus' name.
rebuke it. I rebuke it. I rebuke it. Thank you, man.
Thank you, my dear. You've made us laugh. We needed that break. We needed that laughter to cool the anxiety. Everyone is feeling the tension in the comment section. So thank you so much, Miss Frigid, for helping us to cool down the tension in the house. We appreciate you. I've got you, Emma. Hello, Emma.
Hi, Bridget. How are you?
I'm all right.
I just
You're
want to say a big
welcome.
thank you so much for the platform you have for everyone coming in to, speak up. And this is the first
Thank
time I'm
you.
calling in. I had to
Oh, you're
listen to her
welcome.
story, you know.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
Nana, I'll just call her out and say this directly to her.
Yeah.
And I listening to you and crying and felt so ashamed of certain things that happened. No, you're not alone. A lot of people go through have gone through things like this.
Yeah.
You're coming to speak up. It's a way of even relief for you.
Yeah.
Crying is not a bad thing. It
Mm-hmm.
helps. It really does. Um, there's a lady that spoke about coping in terms of what your decision you try to take 3 times, and if you look at your child, that should help and motivate you. It's not easy,
Yeah.
and every day could be a trigger, and that's very true. I would suggest if you could have, like, when you go to bed, you have a music or message on repeat. It
Hmm.
does help.
Okay.
It does help. You have that played on repeat. When we sleep, most times your spirit man is still on.
Yeah.
So you wake up in the morning, you will feel so depressed. You may have some days that are dark. Those will be like coping mechanisms for you.
Yeah.
Try that. And try to have activities you could do. I believe there's a lady that called in from Dubai who would want to hook up with you.
Yeah.
Being locked indoors most times can be very depressing.
Yeah.
Even for normal people, it's very depressing. Try to have activities that you take you outdoors. If you want to go art painting, if you want to go swimming, sports swimming is quite relaxing and helpful. You may have some days you don't want to do anything, but try to push yourself if you can.
Yeah.
Make it like a intentional decision to do
Yeah.
those things because of your child. Remember also, if you leave, you're going to leave your children and your kids at the mercy of whoever, because you're no more here.
Yeah.
It will soon pass. It's not going to be easy. Understand that you're going to have good days and really bad days,
Yeah.
but you try to think of your coping strategies or mechanisms you have in place. What would you do that would trigger those things? Just avoid them, because you
Yeah.
need to try to get better and well. You know, um, Try the music thing, try the a message, and I would suggest a message that's very edifying, a Christian message from God.
Yeah.
Leave it on repeat. It will speak to your spirit.
Yeah.
It will speak to the atmosphere in your home.
Yeah.
Try to have plants, flowers, natural plants in your
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, she's got a garden. I was saying to her before we started that she's got all these birds that are always in her garden. Whenever I
Beautiful,
speak
yeah.
to her, there are always birds. She feeds them. She sits in her
Yeah.
garden and she listens to them, and that's quite good. What
Try
we're
try
trying
to
to
do that,
do,
yeah.
we're trying to, as we usually do here. I'm looking for people who are in Scotland. If you're local, all right, we are calling out to all the sisters and brothers in Scotland. We need you. We're trying to build a support around Nana. This is what we do.
That
It's
is
helpful.
really it's needed. It
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
listening to her, it's, her soul is out here for everyone to feel, to listen, and to see.
Yeah.
It's so sad,
Yeah.
it's really, really sad. And
Yeah.
it's not helpful, or would I say comparing your trauma to someone else.
Oh no, no, no,
But
no,
in
no, no.
reality, people don't live through half of what you've done. They don't make
You don't
it.
survive it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some
Yeah.
who's got worse and
Yeah.
make it, but have something that'll keep you. For starters, God, in as much as we may have some Caucasians who not believe in God, He is real. you
Yes,
know
absolutely.
I would say
Mm-hmm.
start there, in terms of your spirit man to be right, in terms of having that peace and calmness, and you can only get that from God. Try to look for messages that will speak to your spirit, and I would really suggest, when you're sleeping, when you go to bed, have a message or music that is
Yeah.
very edifying, and leave it on repeat
Yeah. Thank you.
consistently.
Yeah.
You're going to notice the atmosphere. It's going to
Yeah.
change. It's not,
Thank you.
it's not going to be like that's all going. Some days you will feel really depressed.
Yeah.
Some days you'll feel really bad. Some days you'll be
Yeah.
triggered. But
Yeah.
it's the art of not giving up, of
Yeah.
having this intentional plan
Yeah.
as to make yourself better.
Yeah. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Emma. Really, really, really words on marble, and your voice is so soothing, it's so calming. This is
Um,
exactly what we need. We don't
thank you,
need any
Bridget.
Nigerian loud voice that will come and tell you, be strong, I did it. Why can't you do it? You can do it. Mm-mm. We don't need that. Thank you, Emma. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
your
All the best,
contribution.
and
Yeah,
love to
please
you,
come
Nana.
again.
All
Yeah,
right.
come
All
again,
right.
come again. Thank you so much, sis. Appreciate you. Right, so we're moving on. We've got a studio full of people waiting to talk to Nana, and I've got my lovely Dupe. Hello, Dupe. What happened to your connection? It was a struggle
I
to get
don't
you
know.
here.
Sorry, I was using my work laptop. Good morning.
Yeah,
Did I say, just
it
say good morning? Sorry, I can't even keep up with the days.
wasn't connecting properly. I see you coming and going, but it wasn't
Yeah,
connecting.
yeah. Good evening, Sister B, and good evening, Nana.
You're welcome.
This is yeah. It's it brought a lot of tears to my eyes,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I think the first thing I want to say is, please, if there's anybody who lives in Scotland, please, can you please identify yourself from the Obodo TV family?
Yeah.
Because Scotland is quite rural, and
Yeah.
the reality is, the distance between us
Mm-hmm.
is sometimes quite daunting compared to
Yeah.
England.
I'm telling you, Dupe, we're trying to go to Birmingham. You know, we're going to see someone this
Yeah,
weekend in Birmingham. We can get a handful of people in Birmingham. It's like every Nigerian,
yeah,
every African who lives in the diaspora, who lives in the UK, lives in London.
yeah.
I'm telling
So,
you.
like for instance, like for Nana's case, um, if you don't mind, I know her personally,
Yeah, she did tell me that.
and the reality was, when she went to the hospital, unfortunately, I didn't want to tell her. You know how you're supporting somebody, but
Mm-hmm.
you also have stuff going on for you in your own health as well. I was going for a surgery, but I didn't want to let her know that, because I kind of felt bad, you
Yeah.
know, adding my own burden on her burden. But it
Yeah.
was kind of horrible, because trying to get people to go help me see her,
Yeah.
because she wasn't far away from me,
Yeah.
the hospital where she was, but trying to get people to go help me see her. Our people, unfortunately, the moment you mention mental health, unfortunately, our people still have a lot of stigma around it.
It's ignorance.
And people don't want to be associated, unfortunately. But having said that, it's not the end of the world. We can't hold anybody to, what's the name? We can't hold anybody to their thoughts and the way they feel about things. But for Nana, one thing I would say is, you're a very strong woman. And sometimes we don't know how strong we are until being strong is the only thing we have. Hello? Hello?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you,
Oh,
Dupe. Go
sorry.
on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We don't know how strong we are until being strong is the only thing we have. And sometimes, um, some decisions in our lives that our parents make could either make or break us in as an adult. There's this
Absolutely.
thing about advanced childhood trauma. That thing
Yeah,
is real.
of course.
It doesn't matter. Even as a baby, it's so real. I would probably come back. I think I'm kind of motivated to come and talk about my own mom now. I'll probably come back and talk about, but there's something. I had kind of similar situation with my mom, but unfortunately, I was able to like wrap my head around it. My older sister never did.
Hmm.
And even though we are 5 siblings, a lot did happen. I mean, I've told my story on this platform. If it
Yes,
wasn't
yes.
because I went through the abuse I went through, I don't think I would want to connect back to my mom. But
Yeah.
then that's another story for another day.
Hmm?
Now, with regards Nana, ideally I would say, because where I live is very far away from her. I think I'm about 3.5 hours away from her, which is not even a problem. I mean, I can easily drive down, but we're looking for people who are close by to her, because where she lives is very isolated,
It's remote. Yeah, she told me.
you know.
She said it's close to the North Sea.
Yeah, it's very, very isolated. Because I remember the very first time I ever went to her house,
Yeah, it's
and
really, really
then,
far.
and then
Can we consider moving? Is that an option within Scotland?
yeah, you can move. But for me, you see, the interesting thing about me, I'm a social worker by profession. So where I live is not where I work. I actually work in a very remote area as
No,
well.
I'm talking about Nana, the possibility of her moving to where we can have more
Oh yeah, she
people.
can move, but it's all about personal choice.
Yeah.
You know what
Because
I mean?
it seems like just by the location where she lives, she's really isolated. These are the
That
places that only
location,
white people live there.
Sis B, even where I
Mhm.
live, they are like the area where I mean, I live in the capital of Scotland. Where I live is isolated as well, even though it's a city,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, I suppose because of the nature of my job,
Yeah.
and because naturally I'm someone that likes my own space,
Yeah.
I don't really mind. Okay. But
Yeah. Maybe
that's
if
not,
she was living somewhere like Glasgow, maybe they will have more. I
or
mean,
even if she lived anywhere close to like Edinburgh, to be honest,
Edinburgh. Yeah.
it's something that I can easily, because like when I had my operation, I couldn't drive. You know how they tell you can't drive
Yeah.
for 6 weeks. So I
Yeah.
couldn't drive. And then I
Yeah.
had complications with my surgery. So
Yeah.
it meant I had longer time that I couldn't drive, and it was really annoying, you know. But what all I'm trying to say in this is, um, like I said to you, and we've talked about it in private, you're a very strong lady, okay? But one thing is, you're definitely going to get your son back. That I can assure you.
Yeah.
However, obviously, you need to put yourself together first,
Yeah.
because the thing with because of the complexity around your son, and
Yeah.
because of your own because of all that has happened. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
social work, obviously, you know how the ball rolls.
I know.
The,
I
the
know.
assessment.
It has to be a process. Yes.
Yeah.
It
So
has to
the
be a
assessment
process.
would be
Yeah.
one. I'm glad it's a Scottish thing, because I understand the Scottish system very well. So the assessment in contact will be looking at how you yourself present.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
aside from, they're not just looking at the physical. I mean, you also know that, Nana, yourself. They're not just
Yeah.
looking at the physical you. They're looking at the, those lines that nobody that you're not talking about.
Yes.
Okay. So for now, it's a very difficult one, because I know a lot did happen behind the scene.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, it might be very, very difficult as well, knowing that, your child is turning one. We have children and we plan their birthdays and, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it could be,
She's very emotional
yeah,
because I
yeah.
don't know if she told you there was an appointment that was missed. Because obviously the boy is in foster care. You know what? Dupe, let's talk in private, okay?
Yeah. But
Let's talk in private.
you see,
Maybe we can have a three-way call, you, me, and Nana.
yeah, there's no problem. But all I want to say,
Yeah.
to all of us who do, I mean, I would appreciate if we have the Obodo, because I was really jealous when you went for this.
And we
Is
are
it
going to
Ella?
Birmingham. We are going to Birmingham as
No,
well
when
this
you guys
weekend.
went for Ella, I was so jealous, because
Oh
in
yes.
my mind, I was like, oh, I wish.
We got 14 people going from London to Birmingham this weekend.
Yeah. So all I want to say is, please, if you're in what's the name? If you're in
Scotland.
Scotland,
We are calling on all Scottish
please,
Nigerians, Africans. Please come out.
particularly we're looking for people around the north of Scotland,
Yeah.
because I mean I know there's a huge Nigerian population there, but
Is it?
also, yeah, there's a huge Nigerian population in the north of Scotland. But at the same time, while we have a lot of Nigerian population in those areas, is
Mhm.
looking at people with the same like minds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's
Don't
not about
worry. Don't
judging.
worry.
It's not
Don't
about,
worry. We'll find them. We'll find them.
yeah,
You see, the funny thing about this show is that you don't know who's listening. A lot of people
yeah,
don't speak, they just watch privately. But when we
yeah,
do a show like this and we tell them this is where this person is, we're trying to build it up, they come forward. I'm very sure of that. So, yeah,
yeah.
fingers crossed.
So we will get
Fingers
there.
crossed.
I mean,
Yeah.
Nana, you will pull through. It's a hard road. It's a very long journey.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, you know what,
It's
by
gonna be
tomorrow
easy.
everything will be
You get
fine,
your
because that's
child.
not
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Okay. But having said that, also I want to kind of put it out there for the comment section and people calling. We need to be very empathetic. We need to have our empathy on us. One man's shoes, until you wear those shoes, you never know how it fits and how it hurts. Okay.
Mm.
But Sis B, thanks a lot for this platform. It's I can't tell you how. You don't even understand what your platform is doing.
We thank God. We
Okay.
thank God.
But thank you for allowing us to come tell our stories,
You're
because a lot
welcome.
of people are learning from us, a lot of people are adjusting from us, and
Yeah.
above all, people are coming out, they're reaching out for help.
Yeah.
It's like a little village
Yeah.
where we all come together. We know we're not judgmental about ourselves,
No.
but
We're
at
all
the same
coming.
time,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have that bond as siblings.
Yeah.
Sorry, permit me to say it in Yoruba. Ẹbí ò ju eléyìí lọ.
Of course.
You understand? Sorry, I don't know how to explain it in English,
I
but
understand it.
you know what I
It's
mean. Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So thanks a lot,
This
and
is a
I'll
family.
wait for your 3-week call. Yeah.
Yeah, we will
Thanks
arrange
so
it.
much.
Thank you,
Bye.
Dupe.
Bye.
I want to thank you for the support you've given to Nana so far, and I know that you haven't been a survivor of abuse yourself. You went into social care because you want to provide help. Thank you so much. When Anna told me that she knows you in real life and you've been supporting, I was so happy. I was like, Dupe, I say if Dupe is involved, then you are okay. You know what? God is doing something in our midst. I'm calling out to all Africans. I can't call Oyibo. Only Africans. If you are an African, you are a Nigerian African from anywhere. You are a black person, Dudu, and you live in Scotland, the northern part of Scotland. People are asking where her city is. I don't know where her city is, but she says it's close to the North Sea. It's not far. I'm trying to ask her now, but she's not looking at her phone. Nana, if you're on please check your WhatsApp and tell me what your city is. We're trying to get people who can support you. We need a network. She's isolated. That place is too isolated. EJ, unmute yourself, please. I've got you. EJ.
Oh, hi.
Hi, you're welcome.
Hi, I'm on the TV. Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
This is my first time calling. I'm new on your show.
Oh, you're
So I'm
welcome,
happy to be here.
sis. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. I just want to thank Nana for sharing her story with us. Most of us have learned a lot from her story. So I want her to know that the fact that she came out to share her story, she's also helping other people.
Yeah.
Even me as well, growing up, being a teenager, I've experienced a few things myself. I will not say that I know what she's going through because I've not been in her shoes, so I don't know what she's going through. But I've got a little glimpse of what she's talking about. Even when I had my first son in 2016, I did experience postnatal depression. So I know a little bit of what she's talking about. So I just want her to not give up, just keep fighting. Every day is going to be a struggle, but keep fighting for yourself, for your children.
Yeah.
Mental health is something that people don't talk about a lot.
Yeah,
I work
in our
in the healthcare
community.
sector, so I know mental health,
has a stigma. People don't talk about it a lot, but it is a real problem that people are facing every day,
Yeah,
even here, even in Africa.
yeah.
People don't discuss it, but it's something that we should be talking about every day. So I just want her to be strong, keep fighting, don't give up. The Lord is your strength. I don't know if you pray. I don't know if you can, do some things that you feel like makes you happy.
Yeah.
Cut off negative people from your life. Anybody that makes you feel less of yourself, those people should be cut off from your life. Just surround yourself with positive people. And I believe
Amen.
that with time you will feel better. And I hope and I pray for you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much,
you.
EJ. Appreciate
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sis. Please come back again. We like supportive people who are empathetic. And Nana, I've got another Nana. Is it you that is here? Okay, Miracle has been waiting. Let me add Miracle. Hello, Miracle. Unmute yourself, Miracle.
Hello, Auntie B.
Hello, sweetheart. You're welcome.
Hello, Bodo Farm.
You're
Auntie B, I've been
welcome.
crying because
Oh,
I
don't
don't know
cry.
what to say
Don't
because
cry.
Nana has gone
Oh
through
my
this thing after
Jasokpe.
my
Oh my
first.
Jasokpe. It's going to end in praise. It will end in praise.
It's
Don't worry.
only praise, Auntie
God
B. Nana is
is
so
not
strong.
sleeping.
Auntie B,
Yeah.
you can't remember because I've been trying to reach you to tell my story, but I've been ashamed because I don't know how to talk about my mom, but what Nana just said just gave me strength to share my story. You remember I always tell you, like, you send me text that I should not give up because I can't sleep. I take pills to sleep all the time because I have thoughts, I have suicidal thoughts. And to me,
Miracle.
I've been molested so many times, and to be
Miracle. We were supposed to talk, then I didn't hear from you again. What happened?
to be, I've just been scared and ashamed. I
No,
wanted
no,
to
no, no,
keep
no.
my
You don't have
freedom,
to be ashamed. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
and to be Nana is really strong because I'm even afraid and ashamed to say some things that happened to me. But Nana has really given me strength right now to share my story.
Yes, you will. You will share your story. You will be strong by the
Yes,
grace of God. You will.
I think it's not easy, but I
I
comment
know.
Nana so well because
I know. I know. I know
mothers
it's not
really need to
easy.
take care of their children because I'm
Yeah.
what I am today because my mother abandoned me when I was 2 weeks old.
God.
Thanks so much. I said my uncle started sleeping with me when I was just 8. So much happened. So much had to be to bishops, to pastors. You remember I even told you a bit about it, but had
Yes,
to
you did.
be the
Yeah.
result of it is so bad, but the result of it, the stigma of it, I cannot even share it yet.
No, you don't have to feel ashamed, Miracle. Honestly. Well, you came on this show and then we said we're going to schedule a show for you, but I understand why, you stop communicating with me. I totally understand. This is what I do, yeah. I allow people to come when they are ready. Okay. I was saying to someone yesterday, I don't cajole people, I don't beg people. You need to be ready to share. And this is the question I start asking people. Why do you want to share your story? Like when I asked Nana, why do you want to share your story? You've been through this. You are still going through it. Why do you want to share your story? Nana said to me, she said, Auntie B, I need to tell people, especially parents who are out there,
Yes,
that
that's me,
they need
parents.
to know. They need
I
to
to be
know
punished.
the damage when they
I to
leave
be
their
so
children.
punished. Until right now, and to be I'm HIV positive, but my mom left me. And to be this so much.
Miracle, Miracle, send me a message, okay? We'll talk through it and then we'll find a time where you can deal with this. Some of these things is not everything that we can deal with on this show. All right. Sometimes we look for therapies like Aduke. We are rallying around her to look for therapy, to look for whatever we can do is support. It's not all about the show. Sometimes we build, like Ella's case was okay. Like Dupe was saying, she was so jealous when we went to London Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dupe, get ready to be jealous again because we are going to Edinburgh and it's going to be
Auntie, thank you
Edinburgh.
so much. Thank you so much. I feel so
Send
strengthened
me a
by
message,
listening to you.
okay?
Thank you. Yes,
Just let's pick up from where we stopped. Miracle.
yeah,
Okay? You got
yeah,
my number, don't you?
yeah, 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 Auntie B. Yeah, I do. Thank
Okay.
you.
Text me.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank
You're
you.
gonna
And I
be
love you,
okay.
Nana. I
I
love
love
you,
you.
Nana. And stay strong,
Yeah.
Nana. I love you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh my God. My people, when I say you people should have compassion, mhm, mhm, I tell you, you people should have compassion. I know what I'm talking about though. When these women come to tell their story, it's not about them alone. Okay? It's about people who are going through similar or even worse experiences. Mhm. Miracle came on the show once upon a time. I don't know if you guys can remember, some of you that were here. And she said a little bit, and I was like, wow, wow. She got HIV from abuse, being sexually abused. Okay. So, how are you going to tell somebody like that, get over it, get over it? No, you can't. It's the Holy Spirit that gives us strength. It's only God that can help. Yeah, but we'll try what we can. Therapy, support groups. We have support groups everywhere. By the grace of God, now because of Nana, we didn't have a support group in Scotland before. She just texted me. She's staying in Montrose, Angus, or Tayside. That's where she lives. I don't know. I've never been to Scotland before. It's called Montrose, Angus, or Tayside. If you live in that area, please reach out. Precious, I've got you. Unmute yourself. Hmm? Precious, your mute button is on. Unmute yourself.
Hello,
Okay, go
Auntie
on.
B.
Hello, sweetie. You're welcome.
Good
What do you
afternoon.
have to
I hope
say?
you're
Good
Auntie
afternoon.
B. Auntie, what I want to say is mostly about family. I feel like when I heard Nana talking about how she's forgiving her mom, it struck a nerve with me because I mean it's very amazing that she can give her mom grace even after everything that has happened. I know that a lot of African parents, we're all in this cycle where our parents didn't necessarily get the upbringing that would build them mentally and emotionally intelligent, able to understand what it takes to build up a fully functioning child to become an adult that is useful to themselves and their own children as well. So
Yeah,
in many cases, we have parents that, I mean Africans, that would trust family members for their children. You know, even when you tell them stuff, they don't necessarily trust you. They kind of dismiss your feelings. So I understand how horrible some of these practices can push horribly. Some of these practices can push people into situations where they are abused, they can't really see anything, they feel ashamed, almost as if it's your fault. But
yeah,
I just want to let you know it's not your fault. And I really, really hope that Nano will help parents, especially moms, because I don't think I have a son and I don't think anybody in this world can love my son the way I can. Maybe
never,
God, except God,
never.
nobody
Yeah,
else. So we
never.
have to kind of
Not
teach
even
our
the father.
children.
Not even fathers can love like
No,
mothers.
yes,
No.
nobody, yes. So we have to teach our children to cultivate that habit where they feel so comfortable to tell us things like you want your child to be in an abusive situation to be able to call you and be confident that you have their back no matter what. It's horrible to feel like your parents might believe somebody else over you, or you go to school and your teachers report you. This is where this kind of thing starts from, and it spirals onto you before you know it is a generational curse. So and then what makes it worse
Your network is
sometimes is if
very.
they send children abroad. This part of the world
Mm,
in the hello auntie, so can you hear me
your
now?
network is quite poor. Precious, your
Oh,
your
I'm
network is
sorry.
not good. It's like you're outside. You're driving.
Oh,
Mm.
Okay, let me come out of
Just
the
say
chat
something
before I
to
give
Nana.
that person a
Yeah, say
chance.
something to Nana.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nana, we
Say
love you,
something to
and just
Nana.
know that you are not alone. And the grace you have given that hurts you, the forgiveness that you have offered them, God is going to double that grace and
Amen.
bless you more and more and more and more and make you help you heal in Jesus'
Amen.
name. We love you so much.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Precious. Thank you. Unfortunately, because you are out and about, it seems like you're driving. Your network is not that good. I've got someone in the studio. Hello, Nana.
Yeah, hello, Auntie B.
Did you come back?
Yeah, I came back because I'm, reading through the comment section and I'm seeing some comments that maybe I should answer and just give like a straight answer to those questions.
Okay.
Um, I see a lot of people asking me if I'm still in contact with my adopted
Yeah.
mother. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
I answered them.
very
Yeah.
much in contact with her. We
Yeah.
speak every other day as time
Yeah.
permits. And for my age, I'm in my 40s. I'm in my mid 40s. And for my daughter in Nigeria, for people asking, yes, I'm in contact with her. She's
Hmm.
doing great. She's in her final year. She's studying medicine, and
Isn't God great? Isn't God
hopefully
great?
she'll be leaving for Canada at some point next year because she's got scholarship.
Isn't God great? Please, Nana, I'm begging you, my sister. Pause. Let me give God glory. This is a child that was bettered in the worst circumstance that you can think of. She's studying medicine in her final year and she's going to Canada next year. Isn't God great? Nana, you have so much to live for. You will not die. You cannot die. Not now. You will live to see your children's children's children. Because God has done so much in everything you've been through, with all the trauma as a child, with the abuse and everything. Just look at that. A child that was bettered in the worst circumstances you can think of. She's in her final year in medicine, no, my people. Isn't this God? I beg. God is good. Hmm. After your glory is coming your way, my dear. Yeah. Finish up so that I can add more people and then we end. We've done 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I saw somebody asking, what about my siblings? I'm in contact with my siblings and we get along. But like I said, we were separated as children. I'm more closer to my elder sister and my brother, who we lived in the same house together.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
I'm still in contact with the rest of my other brother and my other sister. We're in contact. My other sister
Yeah.
is in Belgium and my other brother lives in Spain. So,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna have a three-way call with yeah, I'll talk to you about that later on WhatsApp. We're gonna have a three-way call with Tupe just to talk
Okay,
about
Auntie
your
B.
son, where we are now, where we need to go. Okay?
Okay, Auntie B.
Take care of yourself. How do you feel?
It's a bit daunting, and it's
You're gonna be
I
okay. You're
I
gonna be
I
okay.
I did not envisage relieving some things, and I did not know how it's gonna hit me, but yeah, it did hit me. But you know what? It's good to cry.
Yeah, yeah. By all
Yeah.
means. Yeah,
So
yeah. Somebody's
that's
having a prophecy for you here. Peace is saying, I can see everything turning around for you.
amen. Peace. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
And I just want to say a huge, huge thank you to everyone on the show tonight. Um, my story might not resonate with some people, and my story might resonate with some people by compassion and empathy, but I just want you to put me for a second out of the story and think about it as if it were going to be your child someday.
yeah,
So that should be the cord that should hold you. And that should be the cord. That should be your one reason. I have been through so much. so much I cannot even say on the show. But at the end of the day, I'm still here.
Yeah. Amen.
I'm still here, not because I'm
Amen.
strong. I don't class myself as strong, but I'm here. I don't know why.
It's by the grace of God. It's just by the grace of God.
Yeah, so please, for all those who think this platform is a place for you to shame people, I'm begging you, don't shame anybody. We didn't all grow up to be adults without stories or experiences. Our experiences are different, recollections may vary, but what stands is that the experience remains.
Yeah.
So please,
Thank you.
let's be kind to people, not because you gain anything out of it, but because it's one human attribute that a lot of people don't have, and it's such a shame.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Nana.
Auntie B. I can't
Thank
love
you,
you
my
any
love.
less.
Oh,
You you've um I'm lost for words to
it's
express
okay.
my
It's okay.
gratitude.
Tell me tomorrow. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Tell me tomorrow, Nana. I'll be
Yeah.
sending you hugs. Now you will make me come
Okay.
and know Scotland. I don't know Scotland because
Yeah,
of you.
you should. You
That
should.
bush that you are staying, I will come and know that place now because of you.
You should, Auntie B.
Let me let me, let me
It's a
tell you something,
beautiful.
Nana. I didn't this country, yes. I've been in this country for so long. All I know is London. Highest, I know Luton. I
You should,
know some few places in Hertfordshire
Auntie B.
and
You
then
should. You
and
should
Manchester.
visit
I know
Scotland.
nowhere. I don't know anywhere.
You should
All my
visit
UK.
Scotland. You
Okay.
should visit Montrose. It's a beautiful city. It's not
Okay.
city. It's a small town. It's beautiful.
It's a village.
I
Okay.
know
No
you were
problem.
talking about me relocating.
Is it something
Reloc.
you consider?
No, I cannot relocate because
You
of
love
my
it?
my daughter.
Yeah.
And then secondly, I cannot live in a city because of my anxiety. I get paranoid.
Okay.
So because of that, living in a city would not work for me.
Okay.
And my daughter, there's so many things that has happened lately in her life that has
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
I
Because
don't
she's
want,
affected. She's
yeah,
affected by everything that's
yeah,
happened to you as
yeah.
well.
And
Yeah.
I forgot to mention to you, she has also been referred to the child psychiatric unit.
Yeah. That's okay. It's
So
fine. It's fine. That's not a bad
um
thing. That's a good thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Because
so
she needs to.
she's in
Yeah.
contact with CAMS. They're
Yeah.
trying to walk around to make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
So, based on those reasons, I cannot just relocate. And then
Yeah.
because of my son's disability as well,
Yeah.
there's so much support that has been put in place for when he comes back home to me.
Yeah.
If I relocate, I'm going to lose all that support and start from the beginning again.
Okay. That's fine.
So,
It
yeah.
was just a thought. It's all right.
Yeah, it's
Don't
I know it's
worry.
from a good place, but I'm just
Yeah.
trying so you know
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not so I'm not refusing, or it doesn't look like I'm rejecting opinions. I'm
No, it's
not.
okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's fine. I'll talk to you later, Nana. Thank
Okay,
you so
Auntie
much,
B.
my love.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Love
Yeah.
you. Love
Love
you
you too.
very
Love you
much.
everybody. Thank you everybody.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Thank
Okay.
you. Somebody's from Zaria here. He's saying she's my sister. She's my sister. Okay, oh, she's your sister. Okay, come and show her support. We are looking for people. We want to build a support group like we always do by the grace of God around Nana. If you live in that area of Scotland or you live in Scotland at all, please reach out to me. Okay, we're rounding up with the show now with my very, very, very lovely solution focus and common sense sisters.
ITV, you're the best of the best of the best.
Did you miss me? Did you miss
Oh
me?
Lord, are you kidding me? Did I have to stay? Hey, I was dreaming of you every night. I was wondering, what is Sister B doing? Is she by the pool? Is she going to a party? Is she having fun? I hope she's taking the time to jollificate.
I was jollificating. Yeah. Now I'm back.
Honestly, I was after, you know, I sent you a message, right?
Yes,
I was
now.
like, I need to leave you alone because you
You know,
need a
I'm the minister
break.
of enjoyment. I put my enjoyment on hold because of this show. Now I took some enjoyment again. We are back.
Good, you need it. Oh my God. No,
Oh,
I missed you greatly, but I understood also that you needed to take the time because that has been a concern of mine for
yeah,
you. Because, you
yeah,
know, the last one was a woozer, it was a big one.
yeah,
Everybody was affected. Yeah.
yeah.
So, you know, Tonana, my beautiful, Omalita.
Hausa Fulani, beautiful Hausa
Oh, you
Fulani.
know, they say they fine for that side.
Those people they
They
find no, they too
Oh
they
my
fine.
God, with the hair, everything. I get close to Sulawima before, long time ago. But the cross never came to life. So now inside my mind, the cross died, but man, they fine. Nana, you're a beautiful woman. You're a woman of strength. You know what Nana reminds me of? As she was sharing her story and she came back. It just reminded me of that Game of Thrones. You know that woman that went through the fire, came out, and gave birth to dragons. Eh? Can you hear me, Sister B?
Oh my God, can hear
We can
you.
hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. That is who Nana reminds me of.
Mm-hmm.
She has been through the fire and she has come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Nana is in a position now. You see that water, that cold water that her mother that found her was kind to her, gave to her when she was desperately thirsty. It's the same water that Nana needs to pass around to people who have come from different types of situations in their lives. Nana has a story to share and tell the world and also help people come out of it. Nana, I want you to know that you're a strong woman. You may not look like it right now. The fact that you even came on this platform to share and tell your story, however vulnerable you were, man, I salute you.
Amen.
It's not an easy thing. I want you to know that it is not easy. Just know that we love you. We really do. Your story really touched the depth of my soul. You will come out of it and you will be stronger for it. You will
Amen.
pass the same water that was given to you. You will pass it on to as many people, as many women that will come to you thirsty. You're carrying water now that you can offer. So don't forget that. We love you and we pray and wish you the best. I know you will be healed. I know you will come out of it. Your children are already speaking. They're already showing forth the praises of God in their life. Can you imagine a medical doctor?
Yeah, a
Girl,
child that
you
was
should
born
be
out of abuse.
abused. These are the stories. That
Not be
people that
God.
even not be
Not be
God,
God.
not
Not be
be
God.
God.
Hmm.
Hey,
Not God
Jesus,
though.
let me roll my machine for 1 second.
Not God.
To the glory of God, Nana, you are blessed. If nothing, there's even a lesson, even in the story of your own child. The fact that a child will conceive in those type of circumstances came out and look at the result. That alone is an answer. It's to tell you, it's a reminder from God that your story is destined to change. You will come out. Every trauma will be healed by His power. You'll be surrounded with good people. We love you. We love you. God bless you, my sister.
Thank you so much. Omoye. Thank you. Solution focus.
That's what I am.
Yeah, in the building. Solution
Hey,
focus.
come on, sisters. I love you now. I love you now, but never did.
I will love you by
Yes,
force.
yes.
Stop kids from the North Pole of Canada.
We love you by force.
I don't miss you now. Where these three
Auntie B,
people.
Auntie B, make me give you welcome back song.
All right.
Every night in our dream, we just see you. We dey miss you. We come the countdown to when the show go live.
When it go live.
Yeah, we
year is August. Waiting be today's date. But now we are gathered here. We just wanted to ask if you enjoyed your break.
I did.
Thank you. You came back refreshed.
I did.
Yeah, you came back ready. We appreciate to see you,
Thank
your
you.
voice.
Thank you.
We appreciate you take care of yourself, because to say you not take care of yourself, we know where we for meet you. Just the shout, say, please, your health, your rest, take time. Yeah. So we appreciate you for doing that. Solution focus now. She's already kickstart the momentum now. Nana.
Now the same frequency. Now they operate for the same frequency.
Maximum frequency. Be like
I want see people the energy when I get not be from this. When I go tell me the medicine when I drink.
With the energy goddess now. It be like say when you drink for worry. It be like say announcement won't come. It be like special service announcement. Because it be like say some people blind for comment section when we they say make them like the video.
They don't like
at a point in time, we're over 680 people watching. Una hand they pain, una never like this video, but una they hear person's story, they hear advice, they hear Auntie B when they speak. In English, you are listening to all these things and you
have spoken all the spokables that
Auntie B, wait now, we get solution. Auntie B, you know who we been now. You know who we been now. And you some people too, but they disguise, they never subscribe to. You get them like things. They wait for us, make we teach you how to subscribe and like. You know, go learn good things. But you like to the comment. But you like to the comment. Auntie B, YouTube don't bring us something. Where we say when you dey on live, you can set your settings to only subscriber mode. Wetin that thing mean be say any soul, spirit, human, animal when they watch this video, when get mind to say they never subscribe, they will be silent.
Really, Ella, I need to teach me. I know something that
Auntie B, you know we come with the sauce, we drip everywhere we go. We gonna meet you. We're gonna meet you for another side. We have to do.
Man, meet me. Yeah, wanna talk to Nana.
Like and subscribe. Yo. Nana, beautiful woman. Nana for Ghana language means chief. It means say you be chief of wisdom, a woman of strength, a woman of grace. I thank you for crying. I thank you for crying, for taking your time and then coming back. It just reminded me, I just they see you like person when they climb mountain. When it can't be like say you they lose strength, you can't cry, you can't look up to the mountain, say, I will continue climbing, which means I will continue to tell my story. Yeah, and Auntie B was there at the step of the way. Auntie B was there at the step of the way to hold your hand, to say, take time, drink water, you know. You can't even see get strength again, can't come back, can't answer people when they ask questions for comment section. Yes. Can't clear the air.
You see how intelligent she sound? You know,
over intelligence now. Over intelligence.
Master's degree with everything.
Yeah. Another thing be saying Nana queen because and she's giving birth to other queens because her young daughter, that time when she not fit talk, the young daughter spoke the truth. He come out, stand in front of the police, tell the police what you see. Nana, you are a queen. If you remember that situation, no say you the race queen already. That will not stand up to. That will stand up to injustice. That will stand up to injustice. Exactly. And I thank you for sharing your story. It has resonated with 3 other people and a lot of other people. And I want to highlight the importance of respect when people come and tell their story. It be like say Africans say we are still on the fence of empathy and respect. If you don't have anything to say that is good to somebody, just keep quiet. You know, that's the best thing. Just say I'm here to listen to you. That's it. Number 1. Number 2, don't be a Grinch of somebody's pain. What I mean is that when somebody's going through a lot, don't come and steal the person's pain or undermine the person's pain. Yeah. If you don't watch the movie, the Christmas movie, The Grinch, you hear things like the Grinch stole Christmas. They came up with this word of a grieving Grinch. Yeah. So it's somebody that comes to steal your grief. That by undermining it or redirecting the focus of the pain to themselves or something else. Yeah. Yes. Another thing is that people should stop teaching people how to grieve. Don't teach them when to put a timestamp, a stop timer to their grief. Don't tell people that they cannot cry because cry is a natural emotion. I take it back. Yeah. Don't tell people that. it's that Nana came up here to tell her story. She also gave advice that current mothers, future mothers will learn from this.
Yeah.
The effect of abandonment. Nana also spoke into the fact of the power of also forgiveness without actually.
Forgiveness. We didn't highlight that. Please help me highlight it.
Yeah, power of forgiveness. You know, she chose to forgive her
mother.
Mom.
Yes.
Chose to forgive her mother for the abandonment of 18 years of her life. You understand? You know, and then also in her story, there's the power of kindness from that woman's child that saw her when she was waiting on the way, waiting to, you know, just hop on something and just move with her life, right? I also tell you that when as mothers, when you raise your children, they go out for feeling that good things, that good seed. How would that young girl have known that is good? I will take this girl and I trust that my mother will care for her. Of course. That's another good thing from that Nana story. Nana, I don't know how long this pain is going to be, but what I have to say is that I desire and I wish for you that no matter how long this journey is, you will continue to strive.
Amen.
You will continue to strive. You will always remember that you are a powerful woman. You will remember that I came on
Let me tell you what, somebody said something to her in the comment section that I absolutely love. She said, Nana, don't forget that you are from Zaria. And Queen Amina is from Zaria. And she was a warrior. She was a warrior queen.
Yes.
That's who you are. Nana. Oh my God, I love that comment when the person said it.
So you're not just the ordinary queen, no, you'll be warrior queen from Zaria.
Yeah, she's from Zaria. This is what Zizi Abbas says. Don't forget you are from Zaria. We are strong. Queen Amina of Zaria is our mother. You will be fine. And that I am sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Zizi Abbas, you are a queen. You are a queen or Zizi Abbas, you are a queen or a king, whatever gender it is. Another thing I want to also plead with people is that you cannot, not everybody be Jesus Christ follower or something. I will not say you want they say Jesus will heal you, go to God or not. If I want to ask now, play the devil's advocate, where was God when all these things was happening?
No. Solution focus.
No, yo they talk. I'm just saying it out.
Yo. No. Leave that one. Leave that one. I get reason.
Okay, no wala. Okay, no wala.
No, we leave that one.
Yeah, no wala.
No, because Jesus never talks say we no go get pain. But he tell us saying go give us the grace, the ability, the strength to go through it. Because even himself he get temptation when he was here. So make we leave that religion because I don't want to open that chapter of religion. Because if we open them, it no go end.
And to be you be like waiting on my head they talk sometimes. She say everybody you know your source. Wherever we give you strength, go they tap the current, they tap and they go. That's what you sustain yourself with. So as Nana go look at children now, perhaps our children be as strength. You talk say there have been times where she been walk by herself, but she get reason to leave.
Yeah.
When she go look her journey, she say, I come this far. I can't come this far just to come this far for coming far sake. I have things to offer the world. By Nana coming out today
to speak
was so eloquent. I mean, Nana deliver her life story of 40-something years of pain within 50 minutes. 50 minutes.
Yes. She summarized. I mean, you see why no one will go that religious angle. Because
it makes sense.
When I don't say I be Mommy Gio in quotes, I know they like to take the title. But when we did talk, this is what I didn't say when the story was being shared. When we did talk, when I was talking to Nana, I asked her, "Are you?" Because she was born into a Muslim family. Okay, she became a Christian, but apparently, even in that Christendom, when she confined with her mother, she was abused again in the church by a pastor. Yes. Now, what I say, we will not go there. So right now, she's just, she believes God, but she's trying to navigate religion. And I don't want to put that pressure on her.
Exactly. And if like say you narrate what's in our mind.
You narrated what is in our mind. That's what we're about to. That's exactly what I was about.
She's just trying to narrate. She's trying to navigate religion, and I don't want to force anything,
Exactly.
But I know that religion does help, but there are a lot of abusers also in the church. If I tell them the name of the church where pastor for abusers, I go shout.
No, give them that platform.
No.
They can go and suffer their sins. Both.
Yeah.
And I thank
Now
I thank you,
Pentecostal pastor add to Ram again in all
Auntie.
this.
Not one. No worry.
Forget
But
those
thank
guys.
but thank you for stopping me there, and thank you for taking it up again to where I was trying to get to, but you went there ahead as a host.
Yeah.
See why we cannot love you less.
Thank
See why we
you.
cannot love you less. I thank you for your wisdom. I
Thank
thank you
you.
for your wisdom.
Yes,
So
Yeah. Now don't finish.
I
Ella,
should.
yeah, say something to Nana before we end. I don't
Oh na
close
na
now.
na, yeah. Oh na na, yeah. Hey!
How
Na, Scotland Zaria chapter.
I tell they sing like this? These girls, they go kill me.
You obstruct my flow. I get the spirit. I get the
Sorry.
spirit.
You see that movie when I talk so? Christmas stench. I mean, I take on a Christmas
The
wedding.
Grinch that stole Christmas. We do
Send
film
am
video
to me.
where the Grinch thief. Because then no, this one a Christmas film. Now we just modify our own.
I
So
go
the
watch
Grinch,
am.
the Grinch na animal when they steal people gifts for Christmas. So we can't look our country Nigeria. See, say people they you go talk about your story. Another Nigerian go come say, oh, you think say you suffer. How what's pass your own? That is a Grinch of grief, of pain. They want to make your story too small and so insignificant to make you feel as if you are ungrateful for this in life.
No.
Everyone's story is different.
Yes, Ella, you see, that call was the first one when I said, but when I see how she did go, I know she means well. Honestly, a lot of people mean well. But what our people don't understand, they say, you know, if you compare your pain to another person, your own. Because your experience different, your personality different, your lifestyle different, you don't know. So you know if you say, oh, because I go through this, and I can't be like this, you too, you must go through this, and you must be like this. No.
Yeah, actually, my comments have not been even for the first caller. I know say people get that. There are people who might not know better, and we are obviously here to enlighten them. Not for the first caller, but our Nigerian, I don't want to talk about other African countries, but the Nigerian society, especially, for example, now, person when you love will die, woman, husband will die. They tell her you are strong. Take it well. It is well. I know you are strong. Don't bury her when we go. They tell the woman, I know you're a strong woman, you will come out of this, you are loved. That is not what somebody needs to be hearing. Sometimes people just need the listening ear. And
when it comes to grief, make I tell you, Ella, when it comes to grief, a lot of Nigerians don't know what to talk.
And telling you, say they don't have to talk.
Then no, see, sometimes if you don't talk, it's even better.
Yes.
Just quiet. Just sit down with the person. Sometimes person where they grieve don't even need you to say nothing. It's even better. Just being there is okay. A hug is okay. But our people go say, for Yoruba language, will say, if they go greet person where in person die, for instance, they go say, you know what it mean? You know we not go see this type again, no. I bet tell me which the person no go die, where they go say.
Not true.
So Dupe, sorry, my dear. Nana, know that you are loved on this platform. Like Omoye has been hammering. There are people who will listen to your story and they will not receive it in a good way that we on this platform have received it. Now I'm speaking for myself and my sister and every other person who has listened in good faith and has shared your story or heard and listened to your story. Just always remember that your journey in this life and the story that you've chosen to share is beyond you. You're not only living for your daughters, but the women out there, for example, myself, when you don't hear this story, you are living for me, Ella, that is all the way in Canada. So whenever you wake up in the morning or you're going to bed, you look at yourself in the mirror and say, my name is Nana, if that's your real name. You call yourself a mirror and you bless yourself. You compliment yourself. You say, I am a woman living a life of purpose that will bring positive change to the world. I mean, I admire myself a lot for mirrors. So this is what I do. Always remember who you are. Always remember the daughter. Always remember the daughter of whom you are. And this is back to your foster mom that picked you up and gave you a new life. You call her your breath. Always remember the sister of who you are. Always remember your story. Your story, you move with it. But it does not define who you are. You always define who you are. and how you want to be to the people.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, my darlings. I appreciate you girls. I love you very much. You know that already. And thank you so much for being here tonight. I don't miss una tire. If not only una singing, ha, you don't do me.
And to be,
Wanna start?
we go do album.
Wanna start the way when I tell they rhyme the music. Once you if
We
Ella
don't
start,
dey
you
think
don't
of
join.
music for Nana, so I just happy as Ella just begin to sing that. Oh na 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 na, yeah 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 yeah
Yeah. Na, 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 na,
yeah.
yeah. Una, they always bring, I find it so rewarding and blessed when they bring these comical breaks to all these very, very, very heavy stories all they share. Somebody talk for comment section, say, Auntie B, you don't bring another heavy story again. I say, this is what we're here for. Okay. This is what we're here for. It's about sharing. No more silence.
No
No
more, no
more
more.
shame. No more. It's all about speaking up, getting help, support. So I want to, as we're rounding up, my people, if you are picking this up later, you live in Scotland, please reach out to me. We are going to try and build a support around Nana. This is what, by the grace of God, we've been able to do successfully in other places. Scotland is not it's not as big as Canada. Canada, where we say they just scatter everywhere. If we can build support around people in Canada, and Scotland, no, the whole UK self be like one state for Canada. So it be like one province. The whole of UK be like one province for Canada. So by the grace of God, God will help us and we will do it. If you are picking this up later, reach out to me if you live in Scotland, especially the north. We're trying to build a support around her. Thank you for your kind words, your encouragement, your love towards this platform. Thank you, Solution Focus. Thank you, Common Sense Six Stars. I always appreciate your comic relief. You guys bring it when we need it the most. I appreciate you, girls. I love every single one of you. Nana, I'm just going to say this to you. We're going to talk, obviously, later. But just know that you are here for a reason, okay? You've tried to kill yourself 3 times. It didn't work. You are still here. Ha-ha. Now let you waka come. It's because there's a reason. See, you have your children back by the grace of God. But like if one caller said something that was so significant. He said, you need to be well first before you can take care of anybody. And referring your daughter to camps doesn't mean anything, no. It's good. That's a good thing. Don't see it as a bad thing. Because your daughter has experienced a lot of abuse secondhand by, unfortunately, this Scottish man that you got together with that was abusive towards you. She saw it all. So she needs that support. She's going to get therapy by the grace of God. So she will know her father was a very loving man who showed her love, who was there, but he got sick. Even for that period, the 5 years that the father was sick, it causes a lot of trauma for children. Seeing the man they love the most in this world just wither away because of cancer. But God has got you. God has got you, Nana. Whether you believe it or not now, I know that God has got you and you will be okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for joining me tonight. I am back on Thursday, right? 7 p.m. British Summer Time is called BST. Please join me and we'll bring in somebody else and we'll be talking very, very seriously about life issues and looking to support. That's all we do here. As I always say, my people, all we need is love. That's all. Love is all we need. When there's love, every other thing, Najara, my people. This is my WhatsApp number. I prefer WhatsApp. So please contact me on WhatsApp. All we need is love, a caring heart, compassion, kindness, humanity, a caring heart, love. That's all we need. A lot of people are suffering in silence, but we are saying no. We say no emphatically to the culture of silence, dying in silence, struggling, going through abuse in silence. Speak up. If you don't speak up, you do not get help. So please speak up. We don't judge, we don't condemn. All we do is look for help. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. If you want to reach me, my contact is on the screen right now. I prefer WhatsApp, and I shall speak to you in my next one, Thursday, by the grace of God. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good evening. I love you. God bless you. Bye bye.